All right. Hola, mi familia. This series that I'm going to make here of videos is kind of a response, actually. Initially, a response. But, I mean, ultimately, it's an overall response to the general situation as it stands, but to specific people. In fact, in my recent divergence into the collection of atheist YouTubers and their works, I have been massively inspired by a particular few of them that I would like to state are the inspirations for this here in the beginning. One of them, the primary inspiration is this dude Alex something, Alex like O'Connell or something, or I don't remember his last name is Alex something, and he does this kind of a blog channel now that is called Casualex, which he asked in one of his videos if the audience thought he should keep that title. I have to say, man, if you're watching this, which I hope you are, you should definitely keep that title. I very highly recommended that you do that because that's an awesome title. It's original. It's unique. It looks and sounds great. It's verbally perfect. And the fact of the matter is that if you discard it, if you toss it, then it's useless. You just wasted it because obviously you're not using it, and if anybody else takes it, then they're just ripping you off. So it's bunk. So I mean, don't waste that. That's a cool title. Anyway, that's my suggestion. Keep that, Casualex, and check out his blog, Casualex. It's pretty awesome. He's a great guy. He makes music. He's an atheist, hardcore atheist. Very intelligent person. That's the thing that we're getting at here. That's primary reasoning behind this, really. But very good channel. Fucking Newports. Anyways, he does his original channel is called Cosmic Skeptic. Now, I don't know if it's actually like if it's okay for me to promote these people on here on my channel without their actual like personal approval, and especially considering that I'm such a small fry and don't have any subscribers yet. But if you don't really know me well enough yet, you'll come to find pretty quickly that there are a lot of common political standards that I just don't really care about at all. So I'm going to go ahead and promote these particular four channels that have inspired me to do this, which is Cosmic Skeptic is Alex. That's a really good one. He's a very intelligent person, and he has precise, sharp opinions about things and understandings, and he's just very clear-minded, awesome individual. He's got a lot of great shit to say. He's an intellectual person, I should like to say. And there is Godless Cranium, which I don't know him too well. I don't know his name. I haven't really talked to him, and I haven't really even watched a lot of his channel, but I have watched some of it, and it is good. It's really good. He does great work with it. I don't know like his opinions so well or whatnot because I haven't watched a lot of it. But what I do know is that this dude helps a lot of other YouTubers get their shit going, and he like promotes their channels. He gives them like guest spots on his channel, which I think is super fucking awesome, man. I think it's great that you're doing that. You are in fact fighting the good fight, and keep at it, man. Keep helping people. Keep boosting other people's their reach, and it just this dude is effectively for the atheist community. He's acting as like a booster, like a transceiver. Like these people hook up with his channel and they get promoted amongst the community and get more viewers and shit. So that's really good. That's great effort. Awesome, man. The one that I actually did talk to, who we were supposed to do a collaboration, but she dropped out because I guess I pissed her off. I did something wrong. But this girl Demi, who is her channel is anti-ordinary, anti-ordinary, and her channel is hilarious. She's very funny, and she's just like she's got this really pert kind of uh, pissed off attitude towards religion. I love it. She's not afraid to voice her opinions. There's one thing she did make a video. If Demi, if you watch this, you made a video where you said some mean things about how you feel about yourself, and I just want to say that I think you're an exceptionally awesome person. I'm sorry if I pissed you off on Twitter land, but I mean, I'm just saying what I don't know. I think we had a mistranslation there because I didn't really say anything that should have been taken any offense to, but somehow it upset you, and of course it's likely that it would. But I think that you're a very awesome person and a very beautiful young lady, and that you should never naysay yourself, never talk down about yourself, never put yourself down like that, and be you. You've worked hard to earn the right to deserve that kind of pride and respect and self-respect. So please, that's all I have to say is that you deserve that. You're an awesome person, and please hold yourself in high regard. I hold you in very high regard. You've been very inspirational to me. So whatever it is that's bothering you at the moment, I hope it clears up well for you. I hope it gets taken care of and that everything works out for you as quickly as possible. I'm sorry that I whined about you leaving the YouTube, but I think that your channel is important. I think that your work is important, and I think that 3 months is a long fucking time. I don't think many of you guys understand how long that actually is. So, just saying, but do what you need to do. You know, go about your business. I'm not gonna fucking talk shit about you, anyways. Initially, as acting director of the initiative, I had to delve into the atheist community and look into their comings and goings and check them out and see if I couldn't get any of them on board, because we do in fact need a an atheist rep, which we had two in mind. Also, I'd like to give a shout out to Cosmological is one channel. That's the dude I talked to a few times. I like him. He's a younger kid, but he's awesome. His show is great. He's doing great work. He was boosted by Godless Cranium. And Non-Stamp Collector. That shit is off the fucking charts, man. It's a hilarious, comical take on religion, on modern religion. That's like a cartoon. There's a bunch of cartoons. It's a very good channel. That's my new obsession, that one. I can't get enough of it. Anyways, uh, I'd like to, as small as I am and useless as I am at the moment, I'd like to promote those Cosmic Skeptic, Godless Cranium, Anti-Ordinary, Cosmological, and Non-Stamp Collector. Check them out. If you're an atheist, or if you're unsure, or if you're not really religious, they're still funny and they're informative. If you are religious, definitely check these channels out, please. If you take the Bible word for word and you believe that shit, then please jump onto these channels and check them out. They might give you something to think about if you have an open mind. Remember, what we're battling here is cognitive dissonance. And if you're watching my videos, you're into the initiative. If you're into the initiative, that's your enemy. Cognitive dissonance. Nothing else. The atheists aren't your enemy. Religion is not your enemy. And that's where we hit a snag with me being the acting director of the initiative. Looking into the atheists, I saw what was happening with them, where these very highly intelligent and awesome fucking people are just disregarding spirituality altogether. They're tossing away everything, all spiritual considerations and the very concept of deity itself, because of this one derelict religion. Because, you know, Christianity, Judeo-Christian faith, essentially stole everything of value from our heritage and just warped it and perverted it beyond reconciliation. And they've effectively demolished everything that we work to create, because these beautiful, awesome fucking people here are actually anti-theism. They think they are anti-theism and promote themselves to be anti-theist because of this one disreputable, just disgusting, perverted religion. And it's a deplorable faith. And I'm sorry, that's the way I feel about it. That's what I have to say about it. But in seeing that it was doing that kind of damage to our overall spirituality, I felt like I needed to turn on it. I felt like these guys are out there fighting the good fight, trying to change people's minds about this, trying to eliminate cognitive dissonance and get to the truth of these matters. These atheists are out there fighting that fight, and I felt like I needed to join them. I needed to be on their side because I agree with them. But I mean, I am a theist. I am a true theist. I believe in a real God that is here and that you can actually experience. It's not some mythical figure in the Bible. It's certainly not some evil villainous character like they've depicted. So I had to figure a way in between, because if I turned on Christianity like that and I launched a campaign, an anti-religious campaign, then I would no longer be. I would effectively have gone renegade. I would be a renegade operative of the initiative, and I would no longer be capable of serving as the director, and I'd have to forfeit that's everything to me. That you guys know, anybody who's with me here, anybody who's been with me, you know damn well that that's every fucking last little thing to me. That's all I care about, you know. And I'd have to forfeit everything in order to fight this good fight, and I can't do it. I did effectively replace myself with Randy took over as director, and he's going to continue to take over as acting director as a training measure for himself to eventually take up the role himself and perhaps expand the initiative into other branches. But I will not have to leave because I figured an in between. I'm going to actually launch this series, this uh, secular theology, which I thought maybe I'd call it a theosophy because we have the principle dynamics series, which speaks to a philosophical methodology regarding how we perceive the world, and this concept, this conceptual design that we are all part of one living entity, and that essentially there's a cosmic understanding, or there's a universal consciousness, at the very least a global consciousness, but an overall shared consciousness, which Carl Jung would have spoken to. Check out Carl Jung's work on synchronicity. It's recommended. That it effectively tunes in to our brain and our nervous system like a transceiver, and it becomes a personality. And we build this identity like building a character in the game. We are building this character with the values that we assimilate, make use of, and we're playing the game via these values and aspects that are in play, and magnetic compatibility. And so principle dynamics speaks to that, which technically would be a theosophy, because the primary consideration is that we are all one, and there is a God entity in the connection of all of us, and in this underlying uh, living consciousness that is in fact present. It is alive. It is present in the world. It will communicate with you. You can make contact with it anytime you want to, and it will present itself in an undeniable fashion. You will see it play. So I mean, it's there. It's real. So I mean, it's a real living God presence. It's not the God from the Bible by any stretch, but we're gonna get to that. What we're gonna do with this secular theology, as I was saying, I was leaning towards theosophy. And if anybody has ideas for the title, please tell me. I might change the title. I wanted to go with theosophy, but it doesn't fit with what we're actually doing, which is chronicling and looking into these things. And ultimately, I want to make this kind of like a response series where I will either be responding to some of the atheist videos or some of the religious videos directly, or hopefully responding to what you guys have to say. If you would please fucking give me some feedback here about what I'm doing. Anything you think, good or bad, tell me, and I can react to it. I don't give a shit if you're like cruel to me. I don't care. It's not gonna hurt me. I just want to use it. So please contribute anything, ideas, opinions, whatever you have to say about what I'm doing here. This is my baby. This one is mine. Principle dynamics is for the initiative. That's for initiates and for trainees and anybody who wants to get involved. This is mine, and this is my response to religion, my endeavor to repair the values that are broken here, and to bridge the gap between atheism and theism, to bridge the gap between science and religion, to build a unified understanding here. That's what we're going to get at. We're going to examine religious concepts. We're going to examine the atheist opinions. We're going to examine all of this in the light of that understanding that we are, in fact, a first person, one living consciousness, that there is a unified consciousness behind all this. And I think you'll find that if you put into play the value that there is an existing God figure that is an ultimate consciousness of all of us, it is omnipotent in a manner of speaking. If you put into play that value, and you account on the other hand for a human nature, just general human nature and our tendency to bullshit, and b human stupidity. If you put these values into play, you can make sense of everything that religion has presented, even the fraudulent aspects that Judeo-Christian faith stole from the earlier civilizations that are part of our heritage. Even the stories and the figments and the ideals and values they stole from us, you can still make sense of it. It does make sense if you just apply human rationality and look at it from a first person perspective. So that's what we're going to work with here. Please, anybody who has anything to say, give me some feedback. I'll take it and I'll run with it. So there we go. This is the semi-official launch video, maybe, for this series. We'll see. I don't know if I'm going to change anything. Maybe even make a new channel. But for now, this is what I have to show. Thank you very much for watching. I love all you guys. I'm really happy that you're even here. So let's get this show on the road, man. Kila Salai, Terve Namaste.